Okay, checking out the KLIM cooling pad. Opening it up for the first time. So it looks like we have already the Spanish, I guess. Step 1, put the laptop cooler on the desktop or table and then put the laptop on top of it. 2, connect the USB cable from the cooler to the laptop. And 3, turn the switch to choose the rotation speed. Cool, because the one I have right now doesn't really have a rotation speed, so that should be interesting. It's first impression, it's not really heavy. This is how it looks like. Quite light, which I hope means you could easily put it on your lap. What else do they give us? Okay, 2 things. Well, they did mention the cord, so we have that. It's a USB cord. And then you have KLM Technology Team, a card. With interesting. Oh, these seems to be stickers, but I guess you can put on your computer or anywhere. And we have got the guide. I'm gonna go read it and be right back. This is actually a quite funny and cute note that I'm not gonna read so that you guys can be surprised by it when you get it, but there's no instructions or anything other than that sheet that they told us how to hook everything up. So I'm gonna go ahead and do that now. Alright, so now it's about hooking up the computer and making sure that this cooling pad works well. In their notes, they don't really give a lot of instructions other than to place this on, I just disconnected, to place it on the table, which I'm not really gonna do. The thing that I realized, it's not really mentioned anywhere, but that this thing has 2 small things that kind of protrude that you just pull up, and they will help your laptop not to tilt forward. And then on the back they have similar ones to raise your laptop or tilt it, really. So essentially you'd have these if you want, and that's how it will look like for a laptop. If you wanted it to be tilted. For now, I'm gonna use it on my lap. What I did find interesting is that, oops, my bad. Is that it is very light and seems to be quite pleasing, but also comfortable to place on your lap, or my lap at least. So I'm going to go ahead and hook my computer up to, before I hook my computer, the things that I wanted to show you is, and they don't really allude to it in any of the instructions, but essentially that there are 4 outlets. 2 are USB outlets, which means that we can probably use the one for the cooling functionality, and then the other will have an extra USB outlet, which is always nice. And then there are 2 scrolling kind of buttons thingies. One is for the light, and what I think for the light, and one is for the fans. So if I place my computer, and usually this is what happened, I would just put it in. As we learned, we're going to plug it in here. Okay. So as soon as I did, I had, let's turn these off first. Okay. I'm gonna put these up so that it doesn't hurt to tilt it. And now my laptop is situated nicely, and I'm gonna go ahead and actually show you what these happen. So the first one apparently works on the first 2 fans, second one on the second 2 fans. Okay, that makes sense. So it's color non-optional. You have to have the color which is a pleasing color to me, but essentially it's you can choose if you're using 2 or 4 fans. You can also choose the speed by scrolling down. It's like, yeah, less speed, maybe less noise. But yeah, so this is pretty much it. It's not, I think it's not at all difficult to figure out. And they don't, I think for what I saw, I didn't see any sort of manual that described things, but you know, then again, it's really, really simple to figure things out on your own. One of the things I wonder, I think this is maybe a place where you can store the USB cable when you're not using it. So like it has like this circular thing, and then places perhaps where you can put the cables themselves. Other than that, I really look forward to using this on hot days when you need to use the computer for work or for studying. And yeah, I hope.
Smashed 13 home runs in a series for the first time in franchise history. They'll try to keep the long ball going in Boston tonight as they open a 3-game series with Vince Velasquez on the mound. They just took 3 out of 4.